This is the first time that I ever managed the Briton Ferry in Football Manager. This was on my console in Football Manager 2023. Currently in the league, we are 4th place. So, our current form isn't the greatest in the league. We 2 wins, a draw, a win, and then a loss after that. So, not nearly as good as the top of the league, Bowie, but I quit the save because of this, because the 4th place after 10 games, I'm not very happy with where we are right now, even though we're only like 1 point off Swansea University and Port Talbot, who are above us, and then like 5 points off Barry, who are already running away with the league. We only have six wins, 2 draws, and then 2 losses against Barry, and then Lisbury, which isn't the greatest result, but I'm not doing too poor in the save, so I honestly don't know why I quit. I was sort of... What happens is if I don't win, I will quit, because it's not going my way, and I'm just upset. I'm not even that far into this save. As you can see, the current form, we've got a lot of like pretty good results. Like Lisbury, the first game, quite unfortunate to draw the very first game in the league, and then Swansea University, we drew to them, and then we beat them in the cup, battering 4-1. Beat Cumbrian Celtic, beat Undy, beat basically every team in the league. We did lose in the cup against Colwyn Bay, but they are a Premier League team, so we're not doing too poor in the save. So basically, the reason why I quit the save: we got relegated from the Premier League, the JD Cymru Premier. We got relegated. We were the worst team in the league by a long way. Let's just show you that season now. So, this was our very first season in the Premier League. 6th place finish, 32 points. We were never meant to be top 6. We were lucky to be top 6. And then the season that we got relegated, 26-27 season, Briton Ferry, 5 points away from Flint Town, our relegation partners, and then another 5 points off Aberystwyth for survival. We got relegated with 6 wins, 7 draws, 19 losses. That was a crazy relegation season. Not the record for the lowest amount of points, but still, that's a low points tally, is what I thought at the time, because I was upset they were losing game after game after game. And the season after that relegation season, I mean, the current season right now, don't feel like we're doing too well. I feel like we should just bounce back instantly. But I'm wrong to think that, because we got relegated. We're still going to carry that form and that poor morale from the previous season. It's never going to really... our team isn't going to be better. I haven't even signed anybody this season. Looking at our squad, we haven't signed anybody this season. I think I know how to look at our information. There you go. So they're predicting us in 2nd place, which is good for me if you ask me. But we haven't signed anybody. I don't think anyone signed anybody. I mean, we just haven't signed anybody this season. I don't think, anyway. I'm not actually too sure. I don't even know how to look at my transfers. I think it's recruitment. Transfers. So yeah, we've signed nobody. No players in, no players out. We haven't made a single change to our squad. Last season, we brought in Kieran Evans and Tom Bragg to try and survive in the league. Those are not good enough players whatsoever. And then we sold 2 players, Estienne Evans and Luke Griffiths. And then the very first season in the Premier League, we signed quite a few players, but none of these players are really good enough, if you ask me, to make a push. It was on Dominic Forbes from Concord. I don't think he's even a starter for us at the moment. I mean, he was a starter in the Premier League season, but I don't think he's good enough to be a starter. So, but we did sign him, and then we got rid of Dominic Forbes on loan back to Concord, and then also got rid of Ossian Williams, who's probably... It was a loan, to be fair, 2-season loan, but still. The season, every single season, the first season, we made a lot of changes, signing a midfielder, Luke Griffiths, so I don't remember where he is now. Malton Cook, Critcher, I think he's still with us. and then got rid of Griffiths on a loan back to Gotland United for a season. Alex Scammond, Kieran Williams, like a lot of these players, even Lewis Bates as well. Lewis Bates, who's a probably class centre-back for any team. He even went to Tottenham Town in the Valmama National League South, and then went to the North, and then went to Sefton Druids in the North, and he's been just playing every single game for them. We just got rid of him. Lewis Bates, a really class centre-back. I don't know why I got rid of him. The season after that, I got rid of Tyler Brock, who I think was quite a good player for us, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he got 15 goals in his very first season in the Premier League, in the second division, sorry. I don't know why I ever got rid of him, and now he's playing for Trefflin Boys. Like, he's getting pretty good stats every season, apart from that one season, I believe he might have been injured for that season, and then just, he hasn't been doing nearly as well, obviously, as of recently. But he was really good for us, like 15 goals, that's probably our top goal scorer. Got rid of Callum Saunders, who also didn't do too bad. I mean, he only played 30 games, to be fair. I never really gave him the chance in the season that we sold him. In the first season, he only got 1 assist, so not really too good of a player there, but he was a squad player at best. Gough Allen, 1 game for us, and just got rid of him. And he's been a class player for Howden, who I believe play in the Aldal leagues, maybe. And then Rio Dyer. This is where I blamed our failure on. I blamed our failure on the fact that we lost a world-class player in Rio Dyer. I mean, he did have 17 assists and 8 goals in the second season for us. But I blamed our failure on the fact that Rio Dyer left. He hasn't really played any games for Darlington. At the very first season, sure, he played 18 games, and apparently he's played no games ever since then, which I don't believe. But he came from Hull City. He came from Cinderford in the Division 1 South in England. It's a very low league. But I blamed our failure on Rio Dyer. I never moved on. I just was upset the whole time about him and never really moved on. Like, I signed Max Moore to replace Rio Dyer here. I never moved on. I grew love for Rio Dyer, and I bought Max Moore to replace him. And Max Moore's not good enough. Like, I admit, like, Max Moore, nowhere near as good as Rio Dyer was. Like, he got some sort of stats, but not enough, really, to prove that he's actually good enough. And then the season after that, brought back Callum Saunders for some reason. Actually, not too sure, because he wasn't even very good of a player. Like, he wasn't even that good of a player, so I don't even know why I brought him back, but that's just showing I love players too much. Like, I grow attachment for players, and I brought Reece Taylor for... what's his position? Is he a centre-back? No, he's a midfielder. I brought Reece Taylor for the midfield, and he's been mid, I guess. Like, in the Premier League, he wasn't very good. Got 2 assists in his whole Premier League, and then 1 assist for this season currently. Like, he's not really that good. And then Jordan Carey, I don't even want to start on Jordan Carey, man. He's nowhere near as good enough as a winger, like, in the Premier League. Obviously, nowhere near as good enough for in the Premier League. Like, our team just was not good enough for the Premier League. We were lucky to get top 6. We sent 3 players out on loan to our affiliate club. I think they were youth players. Sold Callum Saunders in the same season that we brought him. Okay. I made some questionable decisions in the transfers, to be honest. And the season when we got promoted was that season. Somehow, I actually don't know how. It was a bit of luck. Brought in Forbes again, because I think he went out on permanent, apparently. Did he? Yeah. He was on Concord. A free loan. No, he never left. He went on loan. Okay. Joseph Evans brought into our team as like a centre-back, I think. A right-back, and he's just 32 years old player. I don't know why I signed him, to be honest. Forbes went on loan that season, in the very first season in the league, top division. Second division, I barely signed anybody. I don't know why. Like, I signed these players, yeah, like 4 players or 5 players even. But they're not good enough. Like, none of the players that we bought were ever good enough. Like, we signed players, but never really good enough. And this season we haven't signed anybody yet. We're out of a transfer window in October. Didn't sell or sign a single player. Even after getting relegated, knowing our team's nowhere near good enough for the Premier League, trying to get promoted back up, signing not a single player, trying to stick with the exact same squad because I feel like the team's good enough. After getting relegated, 10 points out of survival. Clearly our team's nowhere near good enough for the league, and if we're challenging to get promoted again, like, the logical thing to do would be to improve the team. In fact, every single season, if you're trying to do better as a club, you should sign every single season new players, but we just haven't. So let's have a look at our league positions from just the first season. We finished 5th place in the very first season in this division, and not bad of a season, to be fair. It was lower than they wanted us to do, but I didn't sign good enough players to improve the squad, so that's why we finished in 5th place. 47 points, quite far off winning the league. Second season now. Prepare your eyes for this. This is my first ever save, mind you, that I actually took seriously. Second season, boom. What an improvement. 2nd place. Actually out there challenging for the title. At certain points we were top of the league. Challenging for that title. Not bad there for the 2nd season. Then the 3rd season, finally we break through and win the league. And then the rest is history. First season in the Premier League, 6th place. 2nd season, relegation, 12th place. And then the current season, 4th place. Probably looking to have the exact same season as our first season. I don't want to be one of those teams that gets promoted, takes a few seasons to get back up. I want to bounce back up, but it's going to be hard. I've made some very questionable decisions as far as recruitment is concerned. I feel like the tactic isn't the issue. Now, I definitely feel like the tactic could still be improved, but this team's clearly not good enough. It clearly is good enough for top half, maybe getting wins here and there. We are playing with the vertical tiki-taka. It's what's brought us to success. So that's what we're using. And then I think I'm trying to train like the Gigi press. That's what the Gengen press anyway. I don't know why I would use the Gengen press. I want to try use like fluid counter attack, but I don't know if that would work with our team. I highly doubt it would do, but this is basically a tactic that brought us through thick and thin. I'm going to stick with this tactic. Now, my plan is to improve this team. Like, that is generally the goal. In the season that we got promoted, 22 wins, 3 draws, 5 losses, like 69 points, 3 points off Llanelli Town. It came to the final day basically to win the league. It was a good title race, to be fair, but our team definitely showed cracks. We're not good enough. That's basically just like a normal team, like promotion basically. But we're going to go through and rebuild this Briton Ferry team. Not that it needs a rebuild, we're still going to go through and rebuild this team. I love this save. My first ever save that got me addicted to the game. And I'm still addicted to it today. Yes, I had a bit of a break after this save, but I'm addicted to it now again. So let's go through, rebuild Briton Ferry rebuild our first time that we played with Briton Ferry, go ahead and win the Port Talbot game, beat our rivals Gotland United, beat Pontarddwa, beat Blaenau Blues unlike before, and show that we're a good enough manager to win the league. But I feel like a lot of this success is going to come later in the season after the transfer window in January, because we're currently out of a transfer window. We can't really make improvements, so a lot of the success might come from when the transfer window is open, but that's fine. If we need to do that, that's completely fine. Second season form, second half of the season form would be good. It may take a separate season to get us promoted just because of the fact that our players are just not good enough for the league, simply. But we'll see how everything goes. I'm very excited to come back into this. Let me know down below if you want to see a live stream or a series of YouTube videos trying to rebuild this team. Or even just one single YouTube video to try and rebuild Briton Ferry would be fun to do. I still have my Briton Ferry save to do on my laptop on FM24, which I'm going to make a video on soon once I finish that season. But I love this save. I don't want it to go down in flames because of one single relegation. I'll be back soon with this save. And we're going to win the league. The top division league with Briton Ferry. Come on, you Reds.